Welcome to the video. Today we're looking at the SU 101, the Tier 8 tank destroyer for the Object 268 V4 line. This is a vehicle I haven't played very much, but I just got the 122mm gun, like the first 122mm gun, the one with 380 alpha damage rather than the 440 alpha damage gun that you get later. And I was intrigued just to see how it handles, because I think the 440 alpha damage gun is practically better in every real way, because I think it has more penetration. In fact, I'm pretty sure it has 48 more pen than this thing, because I think this thing, only has 210. Also has 50 more alpha damage, but I think that also means this thing with this gun has a faster rate of fire. So I need to check that whenever I go back to the garage, but it's going to be interesting to see which one winds up being preferable, because 9.3 second reload seems fairly decent for a 122mm gun. So I wonder what the 440 alpha damage gun is going to be like in comparison. I would guess probably going to have like an 11-12 second reload. That's my assumption, which will probably make this thing feel a lot less dynamic than it is in the moment, but I guess that kind of fits with the general playstyle of this line. Like, there aren't really vehicles which are known for the rate of fire like they used to be back when the Object 263 was the tier 10, but they became a heavy tank line, or well, not heavy tank line, a heavy armament line, I guess is probably the best way to describe it, after the 268 V4 was introduced, because, you know, like, they just got changed in general. I mean, look at the, look at this tank here. It got a 440 alpha damage gun, and then the 263, I'm fairly sure that thing lost like half, or well, probably about a third of its DPM whenever it was changed to tier 9. Don't quote me on that, I could be misremembering that completely. I just realised I blurred that out without actually knowing if that's true, because I actually don't know if that's true. But I feel like it lost a decent amount of DPM when it was moved to tier 9. I remember people being upset about it. That's the only real reason why I said that. But usually, I don't say things unless I'm fairly confident that they're right, and that's one thing which I'm not certain on. Oh well, which I have no real sort of, I have no real knowledge on, is probably the best way to say it. And let's see, can I get a shot into your roof? Of course I can't. Come on. Damn IS-3s. So let's see, there is an STR, or no, that's not an STRV. The hell am I talking about? Okay, if I can hit your roof, I'm just going to shoot you in the hole. And the thing is, from this position, I don't think it's really feasible for them to pin me. Because if you think about it, they're shooting up into my upper front casement, which is angled. Which means that they're effectively shooting at me in a way that is practically impossible for them to do damage to me. If you think about it, because like they're found up at an already angled surface. To me, that doesn't seem like it would work. Now, the one thing I am going to have to try and get used to is the armor on this thing in comparison to the SU 100M1, because armor wise, this thing isn't really on the same level as the SU 101, or SU 100M1 I should say. The SU 100M1 is a lot more potent armor wise. This thing here does have a lot more powerful weapons though. And that was the main problem with the SU 101 for a long time. It just did not have the firepower that you really needed from it. Let me see, can I kill you? And the Progito has actually decided to run away. I'm kind of surprised he didn't stick around to kill me, because I have a funny feeling he probably could have. And that was really dumb. I should not have come off the wall as far as I did. Probably could have died there if it wasn't lucky. So this Progito, I would like to kill this guy if I possibly can, but I think he's going to be too quick. ISM is getting absolutely just rushed by those tanks down there. So let me see, can I get a shot into you here? Nope, I can't. Gun depression, not really going to help me there. So let's stick a shot into the E75 TS. Hopefully I'll help out this ISM a little bit. ISM still has a lot of health. So hopefully that... Is that guy looking at me, or where's he looking? I actually can't tell. But it looked like he was turning his turret. whenever I last glanced, I really can't see. Of course he's looking my direction. Like seriously, the ISM looked my direction when there's an ISM like a foot in front of him. I don't get it, but apparently that's a thing. I should always just go with my gut. If I think a tank is looking at me, I should just go with my gut and just not poke out. Because I didn't listen to my gut there, and I took damage for it, which I really could have done without. And I'm pretty goddamn lucky to be alive right now because of it. That was a fairly dumb thing that I did. I really didn't need to do that, and I really just did it because I was getting greedy. So that's a bit sort of unfortunate in terms of this game, because I feel like I played this game for the most part fairly well up until that complete just lapse in judgment. Oh well, my refusal to listen to my gut's probably the best way to put it. But I would guess that the T28, like I'm probably going to let the 53 TP go around the corner towards that WZ first, purely because, well, I'm a one-shot kill, and the WZ-120 could literally ram me to death at this point. Oh, never mind, it's fired, but the problem is, that thing has a very quick reload, so still a very dangerous vehicle, even though it is just fired, but I didn't even get another shot off, so it didn't even matter. But still, 3600 damage, not too bad, considering that was my first game with the 122mm gun. And also, going to be completely upfront with you, I used the 100mm gun, the sort of middle gun, I guess you would call it. I used it like 2 or 3 times, like the middle 100mm, and I just played and just went, I hate this. Like, I hate everything about this. 320 alpha damage on a tank like this, especially considering the not the alpha damage. I think the DPM is practically identical. Yeah, there's pretty much no reason to use this 100mm over the 122s. The 122s, like there's like I think a 40 DPM difference between the 100mm that you start off with and the 122mm you finish with. It's actually kind of incredible looking at. So there's no reason, in my opinion, to use this gun, especially considering how inaccurate it is. I immediately just lost interest in using that gun as soon as I used it a couple times, because I was just like, nope, this gun, I'm already done with it. So I'm probably going to grind out this 122mm gun, the M62C2, but I genuinely recommend anybody who's going down this line, grind up a bunch of free XP beforehand. And if you have the free XP sitting there ready to use, just skip past this 100mm, because this is one of the worst stock guns you can get in a tier tank destroyer. I mean, I'm trying to go off the top of my head, trying to think of one that's worse stock gun wise, and the only one that comes to mind is the T20 prototype, which, yeah, if you came through the T25/2 and didn't play the T25 AT, you'd be playing a tier 8 tank destroyer with 170 penetration and 240 alpha damage. The SU-101 isn't much better than that, but it is a little bit better than that, because it does have an extra 5 penetration, it does have 10 extra alpha damage. But yeah, both these tanks, I should say, are very, very bad when it comes to their stock armaments. Their stock armaments are absolutely abysmal. So this is one of the tanks I would recommend saving free XP for before you play, because it really is going to help you out a lot when it comes to this vehicle, because I feel like playing this tank with stock gun is going to be nothing but pain.